Hello! The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Edmund Burke. This truth echoed hauntingly during the ordeal of a young, bright 10-year-old girl named Katie Beers. Her story unfolded not in a dystopian world, but in the very heart of America, challenging our understanding of fear, safety, and the sanctity of childhood. This episode of Crime Chronicles won't merely be another deep dive into the abyss of true crime. Rather, it's an exploration of my personal connection to a narrative that still sends shivers down my spine. We don't just narrate crime stories, we uncover unseen truths, reveal shocking realities, unseen truths, reveal shocking realities, and peel back the often ignored layers of society. We're going to investigate the Katie Beers case from an angle rarely seen. Exploring the psychological tactics used will not only provide a deeper understanding of the crime, but also shed light on the hidden intricacies of psychological abuse. Each episode is a mission to illuminate the complex crime weaves. By joining us, you'll not only encounter chilling stories, but also gain a deeper understanding of why they matter in the broader context of society. So, are you prepared to venture into the darker, lesser-known facets of true crime? Our story begins in 1986 with the birth of a girl named Katie Beers. Born in a suburban neighborhood in New York, Katie's early life was far from the idyllic childhood most people imagine. Her mother was a troubled woman, grappling with personal issues that left her unable to provide a stable, nurturing environment for her daughter. Her father was largely absent, leaving Katie to fend for herself in a world that was far too large and too cruel for a child. Katie's home was a place of chaos and neglect. Her basic needs for love, care, and attention were often overlooked. With no one to guide her, teach her, or protect her, Katie learned at a young age that she had to be her own advocate. She was a child living in circumstances that no child should ever have to endure. Yet, despite the harsh realities of her early years, Katie exhibited a resilience that was nothing short of remarkable. She was a fighter, a survivor. She was a child, yes, but she was also a beacon of hope, a symbol of the human spirit's ability to endure and overcome. Even as a young girl, Katie displayed a tenacity and a will to survive that would later define her. She navigated through the tumultuous waters of her early years with a strength that belied her age. She was a child who had been forced to grow up too soon, to face the world on her own terms. Yet despite the adversity, despite the trials and tribulations, Katie Beers did not break. She did not allow the circumstances of her life to define her. Instead, she chose to define herself. She chose to fight, to persevere, to survive. Despite the odds stacked against her, Katie's spirit remained unbroken, but her struggles were far from over. In December 1992, just 2 days before her 10th birthday, Katie Beers disappeared. A chilling wave of fear swept through her community as the news of her disappearance spread. It was a typical winter day when Katie was last seen. Everything seemed normal until it wasn't. Katie's life was far from ordinary. She was a bright, vivacious child who had already faced a lifetime's worth of hardships. But none of that prepared her for the horror that awaited her that fateful day. The main suspect was a man who was disturbingly close to Katie, a man named John Esposito. Esposito was a family friend, someone Katie had known since she was a toddler. He was always around, a familiar face, an unsettling constant in her life. But behind that facade of friendship hid a dark, sinister secret. On the day of her disappearance, Katie was supposed to be with Esposito, visiting a local toy store. She never returned home. The alarms were raised, the police were called, and a frantic search began. Esposito acted the part of a concerned friend, joining the search efforts, expressing worry and shock over Katie's disappearance. He was, however, the last person to see her, casting a long shadow of suspicion over him. The investigation was intense. The local law enforcement worked round the clock, combing through every piece of evidence, chasing down every lead. Esposito was questioned, his story scrutinized. But with no concrete evidence linking him to Katie's disappearance, the investigators were left grasping at straws. The community rallied together, their hearts aching for the lost child. Candlelight vigils were held, prayers were said, and the town was plastered with posters of Katie's smiling face, a stark reminder of the innocence that was stolen. As days turned into weeks, hope for Katie's safe return began to dwindle. The search efforts continued, but with each passing day, the reality of Katie's situation became more and more daunting. The heartbreaking case of Katie Beers had just begun, a story that would shake the nation to its very core. On January 13, 1993, the unthinkable happened. Katie Beers was found alive. a discovery that sent shockwaves throughout the nation. Hidden away in a secret bunker, created by the twisted mind of John Esposito, Katie had been held captive for 17 harrowing days. In the midst of darkness and despair, a ray of hope emerged. The police, acting on a tip, unearthed the chilling truth: a hand-built prison beneath Esposito's garage. Esposito, a family friend who had exploited the trust bestowed upon him, had masterminded this horrifying plot. The bunker was a 6-foot by 7-foot coffin-like space, concealed beneath a 200-pound concrete trapdoor. Here, Katie had been forced to endure a nightmare that no child should ever have to face. What followed was a highly publicized trial, where the world bore witness to the monstrosity of Esposito's actions. Esposito was charged with kidnapping and sexual abuse. The evidence was overwhelming and the verdict was swift. Esposito was sentenced to 15 years to life imprisonment. But amidst the horror, a beacon of resilience shone brightly: Katie Beers. Despite the trauma, she stood strong, her courage serving as a testament to the human spirit. She bravely testified against Esposito, ensuring that he paid for his unforgivable crimes. Her strength and determination were a beacon of hope, her story a stark reminder of the power of resilience. The aftermath of Katie's ordeal was a time of healing and growth. She was placed into foster care with a family who nurtured her, allowing her to reclaim her stolen childhood. Katie went on to become an advocate for child safety, using her experience to educate others and prevent such heinous crimes from happening in the future. In the face of unimaginable adversity, Katie Beers emerged as a symbol of strength and survival. Her story, though heartbreaking, serves as a powerful message about resilience and the human capacity to overcome. Katie's rescue was a miracle, but the impact of her ordeal was far-reaching. It sparked a national conversation about child safety, leading to significant changes in laws and policies. Katie Beers is not just a survivor, she is a catalyst for change, her story a testament to the power of the human spirit. The case of Katie Beers was a wake-up call to society. It was a stark reminder of the hidden horrors that some children endure, often right under our noses. Katie's story sparked a national conversation and laid bare the inadequacies in our child welfare systems. In the aftermath of Katie's ordeal, the public outcry was deafening. It led to a hard look at child welfare laws and their enforcement. People began to question how a system designed to protect the most vulnerable could fail so dramatically. This case was a catalyst for change. It resulted in a significant overhaul of the child welfare system, with stricter laws and regulations put in place. But the impact didn't end there. The heightened awareness about child abuse and neglect meant that society as a whole became more vigilant. Katie's story served as a warning, a reminder that it is our collective responsibility to protect those who can't protect themselves. It prompted people to be more observant, to report suspected abuse, and to intervene when necessary. And Katie herself? Well, she didn't allow her traumatic past to define her. Instead, she used her experience as a platform to advocate for other victims. She became a beacon of hope, a symbol of resilience. She shared her story far and wide, not for self-pity, but to shed light on an issue that is often shrouded in darkness. Katie Beers became an author, a motivational speaker, and a champion for child abuse prevention. She showed us that it's possible to rise from the ashes, to turn a tragic past into a force for good. She proved that one person can make a difference, can spark a change that reverberates throughout society. In the end, the heartbreaking case of Katie Beers had a profound impact. It was a wake-up call, a catalyst for change, and a testament to the power of resilience. And Katie? She became a beacon of hope, a symbol of what can be achieved when we refuse to let adversity define us. As we reflect on Katie Beers' incredible journey, remember that it's our collective responsibility to be vigilant for signs of child abuse and neglect in our communities. We can all make a difference, just as Katie has done with her advocacy work. And as we continue to share such powerful stories, we ask for your support. Before we end this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us bring more such stories to light, stories that can inspire change and make a difference. By subscribing, you're joining a community that seeks to raise awareness about issues that matter. So, hit that like button, share this video, and join us in our mission. Until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and remember, you have the power to make a difference. Thank you for watching. Before we wrap up, we want to take a moment to appreciate you, our viewers. This channel is not just about sharing stories, it's about building a community that empowers each other. Every like, share, and subscribe is a nod of support, a sign that we stand together against child abuse and neglect. It's a testament to the power we have when we come together. So, let's continue this journey, hand in hand, raising our voices for those who need it most. And now, as we say goodbye, we leave you with our signature sign-off. Ready? Let's go! Thank you for watching.